man, back again. It's been so long, right? Like 2 days? Anyway, today I'm here to talk to you about some gaming stuff, because we love that. If you don't know me, my name is Side Effects May Include, or Stina, whatever your flavor, I really don't care which way you want to call me. And we're gonna jump into some Cyberpunk topics and news, because that's what I feel like talking about, okay? So, Cyberpunk 2077. It went from, like, bad to way worse than anyone could have predicted. Oh my glory hole, folks. I've never been so frustrated with a game I love so much. Even when I was dealing with the frustrations of the Silent Hill controls. You know what I'm talking about. The early games. Yeah. Don't pretend like you don't. Those controls were ass, but the game was worth it, alright? It takes a lot for me to be, like, really Oh. Why can't I talk? It takes a lot for me to be entranced by a game. Like, so entranced that I lose days and days of time because I'm trapped in the universe of whatever the game is. But yeah, things are still not going well for Cyberpunk. The player base is falling off. I mean, that's normal with a one-player game, but the rate that it's falling off is not that great. Rumors of poor console sales are scooting all over the place. And hackers! Hackers, guys! Holding the coding hostage from developers. That kind of thing. Super chill. So it all began at launch. After being postponed a few times, we were finally gifted with the finished game. Or so we thought. The launch left a lot to be desired. From glitchy NPCs, to side quests being broken, to even some features being completely cut out of the game entirely, which pissed a bunch of people off. And now the game company is being attacked by hackers, believe it or not. CD Projekt Red revealed its network was hacked and shared. A ransom note left by the hackers on Twitter was posted. The attackers claimed to have got a hold of source code for Cyberpunk, The Witcher 3, and an unreleased version of The Witcher 3. So, that's fun. The hackers threatened to release the game's source code along with documents from the Polish game studio's accounting, legal, and other departments if they don't come to an agreement. That's some mafia shit, right? This leaves the company in a tough spot to be sure. Like, I don't even know how I would deal with this if I was put in this situation. Like, you could be nice to them, you could say F off, but either way has its drawbacks. An auction popped up soon after this on a hacker forum for the source code of one of the games, Gwent, according to The Verge. The thieves were looking for like 1 million if they want to, 1 million if you wanted to bid, 7 million if you wanted to buy it outright. And cybersecurity firm Kella believed the auction was a legitimate auction, so the whole thing looked super legit. CD Projekt Red responded on Twitter by making a statement, which was super serious because they weren't rocking that traditional neon yellow background that we love to see. It makes everything really hard to read. This entire thing makes the company look kind of bad, like more than they already were looking bad. But I don't fault them in this situation much. They don't seem to be giving in to the demands, which is good. At least publicly, they didn't. The group of hackers known as Hello Kitty, very threatening name, attempted to secure ransom, but CD Projekt Red denied it, they denied even entertaining the idea. Over the weekend, it appears that the source code for CD Projekt Red's newest game sold on the dark web. Sellers saying an offer was received outside the forum that satisfied us. Articles around the internet are assuming the offer was around 7 million, but that's just an assumption, because they said if you wanted to buy it outright, you could buy it for 7 million, so people are like, wow, they must have bought it for 7 million. But before that, there wasn't a lot of people betting on the listing, so they might have just settled for a lower price because they weren't going to get as much for it as they originally anticipated. You can't tell because there was no, like, public statement about the thing. I personally have a lot of love for this game. I really do. The story's well written, it's beautiful, and I want to see this game reach its full potential. Not sure if it'll get there, because 2 months after launch, we're still dealing with the same drama. Thankfully, most of the glitches are funny and can be worked around. but they do take you out of the moment a little bit. I don't really mind them that much. The ones that I hate are when, like, side missions glitch out and you can't complete them, and then that side mission is just sitting there in my queue, and I'm like, I am a completionist in the game. I'm gonna stare at this mission and be really mad about it. That happened to me. On the mission where the guy, like, needs dick surgery, I couldn't complete it. He never came back out of the building I dropped him off in, and I was so annoyed. That was the only one that really bothered me, though. Aside from small glitches, most of the time, my game runs completely smooth sailing. Besides, like, you know, the side quests glitching, my only real complaints are, like, I was hoping to see a ton more options for creating my character. They really, like, pushed that as a thing. They were like, we're gonna have all these customization options, and they didn't have as much as I thought they were going to. It was kind of a letdown. The character creation in Fallout 4, like, had more options than this, and that's kind of upsetting to me. Second complaint is that Johnny Silverhand is not a romance option, and I know some of you are like, wow, that's a pretty dumb complaint, but I have my reasons for this, and I'm gonna lay them out right here. He could have been a neutral option, no matter the gender, seeing as he admits at several points in the game he trusts you more than anyone else, and at one point he, like, literally brands you with his name. That's some BDSM shit, if you've ever seen it. And he gets snippy for whoever you romance, no matter who it is. He's just, like, always snippy and bitchy about it, like, we're wasting your time. Probably because you're literally dying. Also, if you sacrifice yourself for him, his character is just heartbroken. And they could have really turned that into, like, a really good story aspect, I think. Adding in a little bit of emotional feelings for the character beyond the friendship, I think. They could have really built it up a little more. It would have provided more depth than some of the other romances. Because a lot of the romances seem kind of, like, forced, or they don't, like, flow naturally because of the whole story. It doesn't really make any sense for a lot of them. Like, the fact that you're literally dying, but have time to, like, mess around on dates and help these people with all their crap, like, makes no sense. Especially with how close you cut it by the time you bust into Arasaka Tower. By the time you're there, you are, like, at the end. And then somehow you're like, yeah, I got this time to, like, mess around. We could go shopping together, go for a little dive, I can go meet your mom. Like, none of this makes any sense. An emotional romance between V and Johnny, plus the lone survivor ending, and then sacrificing V's body to Johnny, that would have been a really fucking crazy story. And I think it's stupid that that option isn't there. Like, obviously they wouldn't have had a traditional romance, but I think that they could have really had, like, a really deep emotional connection, and it would have been cool to see a romance unfold without the physical aspect of a relationship. It would have been a more dynamic option. Also, it would have appealed more to, like, asexual people who are aromantic, because they could be like, oh yeah, a romantic relationship without the goop. And I don't think it would have taken much away from the actual story. I think it could have just added to it. It wouldn't distract from it. And that's a really important part when, like, making a romance option. You want it to add to the story, not distract or take away from it. And I feel like some of the romances, that's what they do. Oh. And I'm having a hard time recording the game for YouTube. I have a decent computer as well, so I don't know what's up with that. Like, I've recorded the video, I really hated it. It was laggy. And for some reason the audio was kind of stupid. I just decided to delete it. I'm going to try again. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. Like, I have the game for my PC. I also have it for the PS4. But I know that the PS4, it doesn't look as good. And also, it has issues. So I don't know if I want to do a playthrough on the PS4. I want a PS5, but I don't have one yet. So, I don't know. We'll see, guys. We'll figure out a way to make it happen. I will. The game is giving me a lot of struggles right now, which sucks. Because I really like it, and I'm spending a lot of time playing it, so I would like to share that experience with you, but I have a good computer. Like, it's a gaming computer, but it's not, like, a tank or anything like, you know, a million sub YouTuber would have, so, you know how it is. But yeah, overall, I think most of the glitches are just kind of fun and make the game crazy and interesting. I'm always going in there expecting the unexpected. Like, am I randomly gonna get shot? Am I gonna, like, sell some junk and everyone around me cowers in fear? Is this UPC? Oh my god. Is this NPC gonna eat a hamburger for all time? We don't know. That's the whole point of Cyberpunk right now, you know? And I think they should just embrace the memes and just fix the bigger glitches, like with the quests and stuff. I'm fine with the T-posing. I think it's a look, alright? I think it made the game iconic in history. Anyway, that's the news with this whole situation and my general opinions on stuff. Hope you guys stick around, and as... I can never talk. I'm canceled today. My talking privileges have been revoked. Hope you guys stick around, as always, for more constant killer content, and I hope to see you next time. Pew, pew.